journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Load up on meat and more this summer at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through July 11th are flat iron steaks for just $12.99 per pound, a $2 discount per pound from normal price. Plus, big news, they have 2 new locations opening soon at 27th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha, with soft openings in mid-July. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town. You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Showers and thunderstorms are expected to move through the region, especially for the first half of the day. Then this afternoon, a high of around 75. Winds out of the south at 15. Partly cloudy tonight with a low of around 57. A mix of sun and clouds tomorrow. We will slowly warm things up with an afternoon high of 79. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Guys, it's that time again. Another 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is starting on July 8th. I joined Farrell's a little over a year ago, and with their help, I've lost over 125 pounds and can confidently say I'm in the best shape of my life. The 10-week challenge combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching in a way that is approachable and achievable for any skill level. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the cost of enrollment. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 70th and Vine or 40th and Yankee Hill.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Yes, but no. On the Block, yes. Austin, yes. Rhymes with Strick. Better player than Strick. No, maybe.
No.
Nick Sainer in the building.
I can't say that. Strick will be on a flight from Vegas so quick that I won't even be able to get out of the studio before he's back here strangling me. Because if I claim that I'm even halfway the player that or athlete that Strick was.
You guys have even had some epic wrestling matches in the studio that I've seen just in my short 7 months and change.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Usually it's from Rico trying to just start stuff.
And really, Rico starts stuff.
Rico,
really?
Yeah. Then Rico just gets out of the way before anybody can do anything about it.
Well, it's easy. He just slips through the cracks.
Exactly. He just slides on through.
Rico and DP still in Vegas, Strick in Vegas, like you mentioned as well. DP talking to Omaha's finest, Drew Dober on press row.
There's going to be a lot of fun UFC, and I think Summer League content coming out from those guys, because they're getting to talk to a couple good guys, really fascinating athletes as well ahead of the UFC weekend, ahead of Summer League beginning today. So yeah, just get ready for that. Down the way here as those guys pump some content out from Vegas.
Absolutely. You can consume that content from Vegas at Mary Ellen's, where you can also consume their lunch buffet through the weekend. Shout out to Charles and his crew for sponsoring our show, doing all their great work. Anything you want to say to us during the show, 402-464-5685. That's the Starter Heyman text line, Honda of Lincoln hotline, or comment, right? If you're on the stream, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, you're part of the conversation too, right? You're listening, you're watching. We appreciate you. And we're here, we see your comments. So leave those down below and we'll get to them. One of them that we have to address really quick, Nick, was from Happy Hour. Someone was saying that Kearney is not Western Nebraska. Here's the thing. I think you and I can both admit that Kearney might not be geographically Western Nebraska, but it feels Western Nebraska. Is that fair?
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like sometimes, and this might be our fault, we get in this bubble of Lincoln and Omaha.
Mm-hmm.
And we get, I guess, in this bubble of that, and that everything around it's just like far away.
Like Lincoln's the center, Omaha's east, and Grand Island's west.
Yeah, and Grand Island's west. Maybe you go to Grand Island. Like I would even consider like York be like Western Nebraska. But then it's like, geez, I got to go another hour past York just to reach Kearney. And then it's like, holy smokes, how much longer do I have to go until the border? And for those of us that have driven, I was just having this conversation last week, actually. I don't know if I ever want to drive to Colorado again.
It feels so long.
That drive after you get past, I mean, Kearney's a good little area right there too. Mm-hmm. After you get past Kearney, that drive is deflating. Because I mean, other than like you stop in Paxton for a cheeseburger, you can never forget that. You stop in Paxton for a cheeseburger it costs like $1.89 for a delicious cheeseburger. So like, I don't know. It's everything west, I think, of York. I consider Western Nebraska,
at least in feel.
Yes.
Yeah,
I agree. Because
like, if you look geographically, sure, maybe Broken Bow is like the most central, and that's the cutoff point. If again, we're kind of in southern, the part of Nebraska here, where, I mean, Omaha feels east, it's north of Lincoln. Even Columbus feels like north. It feels like northern Nebraska. It's really not. I went up to O'Neill for a wedding. That's actually what north is. So we get it. Kearney isn't actually like the far outreaches west of Nebraska.
Yeah.
But Kearney feels Western when you've lived in Lincoln your whole life.
I agree. And especially when you got, like I said, when you got to drive out there. So, I mean, here's the perfect example of like Kearney was the point last year when a couple buddies and I took a golf trip out west. And that was the last time I did the trek to Denver. We took a golf trip out west. And we were like, oh, we're going to stop along the way. We did not want to drive Western Nebraska in a like one long stint. Mm-hmm. So we decided, all right, Wednesday night, we're going to drive to Kearney. And then Thursday, we're going to drive to Gothenburg. And then Friday, we're going to drive the rest of the way to Denver. And obviously there's golf courses. Obviously there's golf courses on the way there. Mm-hmm. McGee's mad. He says, west of York. Come on. I understand. This is nothing against Western Nebraska. This is not us attacking Western Nebraska. I just think this is the perfect example of how maybe we get in this bubble of Lincoln and Omaha and maybe just a few surrounding towns. And then it's like, all right, to be fair, I don't really know what's going on outside of the sports world. What could be going on out there? People are going to get mad.
Well,
so
Garball just brings up a great point. It's 3 hours from Omaha to Kearney and 5 from Kearney to Denver. That's pretty central. Yeah. I mean, North Platte is going to be what, another hour and change from Kearney?
North Platte.
So is North Platte like the halfway point?
That drive from maybe that's the place. The drive from North Platte to Denver just feels like the longest stretch of road ever. And then it's like you get into Colorado on that certain road. And it's just flat, and you like think you see the mountains in the distance, and you're like, oh yeah, the mountains, we're close. Yeah. And then it just drags on because the mountains never get closer to you.
No. And here's the thing, McGee, we are on the same page. Geographically, it is not Western Nebraska.
No, 100%.
We agree
McGee.
with you.
Yeah, no, I'm just giving you crap, man.
But it feels Western.
It feels Western
It feels
Nebraska.
like Western Nebraska.
Yeah. I've never been good at geography. I never claimed to be good at geography. I know directions, but people also know.
Did you pass your 50 states
I
in
did.
elementary school?
I did.
Good job.
I did. But no, like I also, I am somebody that prides myself on directions. I pride myself on like, after I go to a place once, like, so here, for example, right? Obviously my significant other lives in Omaha. And so I've been having to explore Omaha a lot more than I used to.
Mine used to.
The side streets, right? The side streets of Omaha, all right, where's Pacific, where's Harrison, where's Giles, where's all of those streets. Everybody's kind of familiar with them. And you're familiar with like one certain crossroad, whether you're familiar with like 168th and Harrison, or you're familiar with 176th and Giles, like whatever it is. So I pride myself on like, we'll go to dinner somewhere that's probably 15, 20 minutes away. And I pride myself on the ability of I don't need directions to get back.
Right.
I just need help getting there, and I'll be able to get back.
Yeah.
And so that's how I feel with like anything I do. I just need, like, Kansas City, know the drive by the back of my hand now. Know exactly where. I don't need an atlas. I don't need MapQuest, even though I love MapQuest.
RIP.
I know.
The Garmin.
I know. So you played baseball. Did you ever travel for baseball?
If you consider travel Grand Island.
Okay, so maybe not.
Not really.
Did you ever have sports where you had to stay in a hotel?
Again, Grand Island.
Okay, because like the best part, and I've told this story before, the best part on trips for like baseball for me, outside of the playing the games, one of the most exciting things I looked forward to was, prior to the trip, my parents put me in charge of printing all the directions out. So it was, all right, take us from our home in Lincoln to the hotel and print us. And that meant hotel back to Lincoln. And then that meant from the hotel to the field, from the field to the hotel, from the hotel to dinner, like things like that. That was my job. And man, that's something I miss greatly, is the ability to print out directions.
Let's just throw our phones away. Let's just go back to MapQuest.
I would love to go back to MapQuest or the Atlas under the car seat in the Dodge Grand Caravan.
MapQuest is up. It is all digital now, though. Sad.
Yeah, no, you can still print directions, but it's a lot harder to maneuver as well when it's digital.
It is. Let's also address Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Apparently just recoiled into herself, was never actually slapped by security.
Yeah, she inadvertently, so this came out from multiple outlets, that Britney Spears has inadvertently hit herself in the face after she got like told no when touching Victor Wembanyama or whatever his name is.
Yeah, because the security guy just kind of threw his arm back here to like get her arm off.
And she inadvertently hit her head or her face with her own hand. So therefore, no charges are filed. Nothing. It was, they tried to make something out of nothing, and it was, ruled as nothing. Shocker, right? Shocker.
Whoa.
So I don't know. I mean, it just goes on to this whole, like, I don't know. Victor Wembanyama is going to play tonight. I think he plays against the Charlotte Hornets.
Yep.
So he plays against Brandon Miller and Bryce McGowan's.
That's right.
So, no, it's going to be good. I think that game tips off at 7 or 8 tonight. So
follow Rico and Strick for updates. I'm sure they'll be there.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Also, follow us on Twitter, Austin_Orman, Nick_Sainert.
That's right.
Make sure you do that. We put content out there. Some of us more regularly than others.
We keep it pretty simple with our names, our Twitter names. So, have you joined Threads?
I have not, and I'm not planning on it.
So I just found out this morning that if you try to delete Threads, you have to delete your entire Instagram.
Whoa.
And so, like, I think AD has over like 10,000 followers on Instagram. So AD, hold on. So hold on, I got to find this. Because I was asking AD. So AD has 12,500 followers.
Dang.
On Instagram.
Presence of greatness.
Yeah. So what's interesting is, like, I told AD this morning, I asked him on the air with Raph, because I got Raph to join Threads, because Raph just needs another social media platform. That's what he needs in his life, I guess. But I asked AD, I was like, AD, are you thinking about joining Threads? And he's like, nah, I'm not going to do that. And I said, well, good, because if he ever wanted to delete Threads, he'd have to delete his entire Instagram and all of those followers that he's built up that are all legit because of what he's done. What he does as a motivational speaker. And as a keynote speaker. So I told AD that's probably for the best that he does not download Threads and start it. I think it's going to be one of those things that just dies.
I think so too. I think we're still a handful of years away from a true challenger to Twitter.
Yeah.
At least. Are we a few years away or closer to Pat Fitzgerald's end as a time of Northwestern head coach? Some stuff going on in Evanston I didn't even realize. We're going to dive into that next segment. Hazing allegations against the Northwestern program. We'll get into that, what it means for Pat Fitzgerald and the Cats next.
John Henry's Plumbing.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that, options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today. You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Load up on meat and more this summer at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through July 11th are flat iron steaks for just $12.99 per pound, a $2 discount per pound from normal price. Plus, big news, they have 2 new locations opening soon at 27th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha, with soft openings in mid-July. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
Guys, it's that time again. Another 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is starting on July 8th. I joined Farrell's a little over a year ago, and with their help, I've lost over 125 pounds and can confidently say I'm in the best shape of my life. The 10-week challenge combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching in a way that is approachable and achievable for any skill level. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the cost of enrollment. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 70th and Vine or 40th and Yankee Hill.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Sometimes playing with a healthy fear is good because it makes you go, 100 out. Because the more tentative you are, I always told kids, I said, listen, if you don't like this and you don't want to play, don't play. Because you're going to be worse off and get probably hurt more by being tentative in your play as opposed to playing all out.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
On the Block, Austin Norman, Nick Sainer with you for the next hour and a half or so. Switching gears to college football, specifically to the Big Ten West. So this was something that has been going on since December that completely flew under my radar.
Yep.
And that's that there was a hazing probe investigation into Northwestern football. It's out there on all sorts of major outlets. I have the CBS Sports report pulled up right now. But today it was announced that Pat Fitzgerald has been issued a 2-week unpaid suspension following this investigation into the hazing allegations. There was a whistleblower that came forward regarding hazing, evidence found and not found. The backstory is that apparently this happened up at Camp Kenosha in Wisconsin. That's where Northwestern goes for preseason training camp. I didn't realize they left their practice facility for this. But they apparently go to this Camp Kenosha place in Wisconsin, and there was hazing going on there. So according to this executive summary of this investigation, it says, quote, the investigation team did not discover sufficient evidence to believe that the coaching staff knew about the ongoing hazing conduct. They did determine, however, that there had been significant opportunities to discover and report the hazing conduct. Mm-hmm. So what that says to me, Nick, is the coaching staff legitimately didn't know what was going on, but that they very well could have and should have done more to dig into this.
Yeah, I mean, so you look at Northwestern here, and as folks know, 1-11 last year. The one win came on the first game of the year against the very own Nebraska Cornhuskers in Ireland. Northwestern finished 1-11, 1-8 in the conference. Is it what happened with it being hazing, right? Does that make it worse than maybe we're initially thinking? Because I look at it as this way. And Nebraska kind of went under a similar thing with Scott Frost. Not that he got hazed, that he was involved in a hazing, investigation or anything, but it's the Northwestern. Pat Fitzgerald's one of their own. He's absolutely the most successful coach to ever be there. As Phil Steele reports in the Phil Steele College Football Preview magazine, that says Northwestern has won 5 bowl games under Fitzgerald, only 1 prior to his arrival. Mm-hmm. So far and beyond the best coach to ever be at Northwestern and in Evanston. And it's also one of those where it's like, where does Northwestern go after Pat Fitzgerald? I'm curious about. So if you're Northwestern, do you kind of, I don't want to say push it under the rug. Let's be honest. It's a 2-week suspension in July. It's the recruiting dead period. You're not starting fall camp. And just because he's suspended, does that mean he just stops doing film work at home on his own time that he's not getting paid for? I mean, like
just ship him off to Hawaii for a couple weeks for vacation.
Yeah. So that's the thing is, not that Northwestern's shoving this under the rug or that they should, or I'm not, like, I don't know how they should handle this, but it's also, it's similar to like the Scott Frost sanction where it was like, all right, you got to miss 5 days. It's a 5-day suspension.
Right.
And it's like, all right, you take that in the middle of June or the middle of July when technically you're on vacation anyway. And Scott Frost is suspended for this 5-day period, but Scott Frost is also in Belize. Like,
right.
It's one of those things where I think there's loopholes, and I'm wondering if we're going to get to Big Ten Media Days in, guess what, 3 weeks, and Pat Fitzgerald is going to be 1 week removed from a suspension. He's going to come out, say a statement. He's
go Cats.
He's kind of beloved in the Big Ten Conference because Northwestern.
Kind of beloved?
Yeah, because he's Northwestern's head coach, and everybody loves Northwestern because it's Big Ten's team and stuff like that. And somehow we're going to get to August and September and forget all about this.
This is where I don't want to speak too much either way, not knowing what the allegations of hazing included.
Yeah.
Because I think there are things in our society that have always been bad and taboo and should never be done to anyone regardless of age. And some things that, might have been more culturally acceptable in a locker room in years past that now in this day and age just aren't. And, to some degree, it's up to each person, each team to regulate that. But then there are things that we just know are, you shouldn't do that regardless. Or maybe we did get a little soft in this area. So I don't know what the hazing entailed. To me, that's a big piece of it, because if it's, a little bit of the times changed, hey, we've stopped doing this, don't do that sort of thing, then okay, yeah, you probably should have stopped. If it's anything that just shouldn't happen to any human ever for any reason, it happened on the football team, that's where I put a little more blame on Pat Fitzgerald. And that's where the other stuff that's going to happen is Northwestern is, going to be told they have to actually, read through these surveys and follow up with students that raise concerns on them. The university has to create a specific, reporting tool, require monitoring of the football locker room by someone who reports to someone that's not the coaching staff. So without knowing what exactly went on, it's hard for me to say what the next steps should be for Northwestern and for the rest of us as we take this into account.
So, once again, looking at Phil Steele's stuff here, I'm curious because we have this conversation with Northwestern almost every year where it's how long of a leash does Pat Fitzgerald have, which it feels, if you would have asked me 2 years ago, he has as long of a leash as anybody in the country, it feels like. Excuse me. But now Northwestern was unable to recover from their poor 2021 season. And that was uncharacteristic because you usually see Northwestern have an off year, and then you see them have a second or third place finish in the Big Ten West Division, and they're making a bowl game. And as we alluded to earlier, Pat Fitzgerald has won 5 bowl games at Northwestern. But I ask this: how long is the leash currently for Pat Fitzgerald? Northwestern, I keep saying Nebraska. Northwestern, they don't have the toughest schedule in the Big Ten Conference. Actually, I would say that theirs is right up there with easy as Nebraska.
You play in the Big Ten West. Your schedule can't be that hard.
You play in the Big Ten West, but your crossovers are Rutgers and Penn State at home. You go to Rutgers the first game of the season, all right? So here's how Northwestern's schedule lines up. September 3rd, they go on the road to Rutgers. They play on a Sunday. Not the most
wild,
the most detrimental environment. Then it's UTEP, Duke, Minnesota, Penn State, and Howard before a bye week. Then you travel to Lincoln and you play Nebraska. Then you host Maryland, and that's after a Maryland bye week.
Okay.
Then you play Iowa at Wrigley Field.
Whoa.
You play Wisconsin, Purdue, and then Illinois. So similar to Nebraska, Northwestern is here able to avoid Michigan, Penn State.
Well, they get Penn State.
Or excuse me, Michigan, Ohio State. And you get to, even Michigan State for that matter. And so I ask this, when you point, or when you incorporate the hazing stuff here with Pat Fitzgerald, you add the 3-9 season in 2021 and the 1-11 season in 2022. And then you back that up with maybe a 3-9 season in 2023, maybe a 4-8 year. Either way, whatever it is, you don't make a bowl game.
Right.
Because guess what? They are only returning 4 starters on the offensive side of the ball, including replacing their quarterback and replacing their running back.
Not the Colts.
Not the Colts. And so when you look at that and you incorporate everything into that one discussion, is Pat Fitzgerald on the hot seat here?
I feel like this last couple years combined with the hazing thing is when someone just first presses the button on the seat warmer in your car. But here's the other thing about Pat Fitzgerald, like you said, beloved in Big Ten media circles, beloved at Northwestern. They don't have any grand illusions of success on the football field. They don't. They never have. They never will. Kudos to Pat Fitzgerald for taking them to a Big Ten championship game. That's the best it has been since Nebraska ran over them 66-3 in an Alamo Bowl. Northwestern knows what it is, right? They can't seriously tell me they want to compete at a full non-division Big Ten level. So what happens is if this continues, every program, regardless of who's in charge, needs a change-up from time to time. So the Northwestern AD, the Northwestern boosters, whoever's involved in this will say, Pat, it's time. Okay? We appreciate everything you did. Leave now so you don't trash your reputation, right? You did a great job building us up. Things are starting to slide. Before it gets to the bottom, leave on as high a note as you can. Go take an NFL job. Go be an assistant there. Take family time, right? You've been doing this for so long. The Northwestern job takes it out of you. Here's a cushy retirement package. Don't go back into coaching for 3 years.
And the biggest thing is that you're always going to be welcome back.
Always.
I think that's where we're seeing, I don't know, like the Kirk Ferentz thing at Iowa, we can kind of tie it into this. It's real awkward in Iowa City. And it's not that, and when I say that, is Pat Fitzgerald on the hot seat, I don't mean is Northwestern going to fire him? Because a lot of times those coaches, as a lot of people understand, it's go find a new job. We'll find you somewhere to go. Spend a year just so it doesn't look like you got let go.
Special assistant to the AD.
Exactly.
Something.
Yes, something we can move you into a cushy office and we'll be all good to go. Now, what I think is interesting is when you look at Pat Fitzgerald, there's a lot of similarities potentially to Kirk Ferentz and how it's getting a little awkward. Like you're on the outskirts of it getting really uncomfortable if they have another bad year this year. And the reason I say it's similar to Kirk Ferentz, the whole situation with your son and your unwillingness to make staff changes for the betterment of the program. Now you're having to see the athletic director and the administration maybe step in a little bit more than they should and say, and tell their coach who's been there as long as anybody has at their specific spot in the country, saying, all right, Kirk, this is kind of getting ridiculous here. And now we have to put parameters and details on Brian Ferentz's contract to say, hey, he needs to average a certain amount of points per game, not so you can fire him, but so we can fire him as the athletic director.
With a new AD coming.
That's where it gets really uncomfortable. And you're not that Kirk Ferentz isn't going to be invited back, but it's kind of staining the reputation of him as the coach of the Iowa Hawkeyes, because people might not remember the early 2000s. And a lot of people might not remember the 2013 season where they went undefeated or 2015 season. Thank you. Where they beat Ohio State at home, boat raced Ohio State at home. They're going to be thinking about, man, remember those last 4 years when everybody knew Brian Ferentz needed to be let go and Kirk didn't do it.
There is a very fine line that coaches have to walk with their staffs and administrators have to walk with their coaches, because you can't run at the first sign of trouble, right? You can't just say split it's easier at the first sign of trouble, especially when you've been there as long as Kirk Ferentz and Pat Fitzgerald have. But at the same time, even though they've been there that long, to some degree, it's also like Dame in Portland, right? You have to do right by them for everything they've given you, but you also have to do what's best for the institution and for the program. And to some degree, that's controlling the narrative, setting the terms of engagement on discussion around your program. The more control you have over that, typically the better positioned you are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at now Iowa's schedule because I'm curious. I haven't now in these next 3 weeks before we get going in fall camp. It's definitely going to be a deep dive here into the schedules for the Big Ten West. How does each team stack up and things like that. Iowa just doesn't have the hardest crossovers either. It's Penn State and Michigan State. Illinois, their two crossovers are going to be Maryland, Penn State. So I mean, they're like, so they host Penn State. Oh, that Penn State at Illinois game is going to be interesting in week 3. That's a September 16 game. Minnesota, by the way, in week 3 travels to North Carolina. Whoa, that's an interesting just helmet matchup there. Just interesting uniform look. So I don't know. Like then you look at like Purdue, who's going to be bad. Purdue, which is too bad because like I really like Ryan Walters, the new Purdue head coach. By the way, big fan of Ryan Walters, and I was actually cheering for him to get the Colorado job. I wanted him to get the Colorado job, and the reason why
Deion take the Purdue job.
Well, not necessarily that, but I truly didn't think Deion was going to leave for Colorado. That is, but I liked Ryan Walters, and I truly believe that if Deion didn't take Colorado, Ryan Walters was their guy. Yeah. Former Buffalo himself, played I think safety for Colorado from 2004 to 2008 when they were somewhat mediocre, but also bad. But no, I mean like I like the idea of Ryan Walters coaching Colorado, but here he is at Purdue, and I think it's going to be tough to win at Purdue. I think it's going to be really tough for him.
I agree. Today's Immaculate Grid, tough or not.
Yep.
Let's get into it. Let's take a break. Be ready to help us out. We'll give you a couple teams. We'll give you some statistical benchmarks. We need your help coming up with players as we fill out today's Immaculate Grid to round out hour 1 on the block.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Load up on meat and more this summer at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through July 11th are flat iron steaks for just $12.99 per pound. A $2 discount per pound from normal price. Plus, big news, they have 2 new locations opening soon at 27th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha, with soft openings in mid-July. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director of Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or 1501 Center Park Road.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Showers and thunderstorms are expected to move through the region, especially for the first half of the day. Then this afternoon, a high of around 75. Winds out of the south at 15. Partly cloudy tonight with a low of around 57. A mix of sun and clouds tomorrow. We will slowly warm things up with an afternoon high of 79. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The wait is almost over. The Guardians of Freedom Air Show is the hottest event in the area, coming to Lincoln's Air Park on Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th. Elevate your air show experience with tickets to the premium seating tent, padded seats, meals, and more for just $125. Premium tickets are going fast, so buy yours today. To purchase premium tickets and for more information, visit LincolnAirShow.com. We'll see you at the Guardians of Freedom Air Show in late August.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, it's that time. We are jumping into the Immaculate Grid. If you need a refresher on what the categories are, go to Twitter at Austin_Orman. We're going to go through this. All right, starting in... do you have it pulled up, Nick? Let's start there.
I do. We're good.
Okay.
Locked in, ready to go.
I want to start top left, work our way around.
Okay.
Tigers and Rockies. Do you have anyone?
Oh, my goodness. There's going to be a lot of thinking out loud here and just trying to, fill the time as we think about some guys. So just to let people know, we have 9 guesses to fill in 9 boxes.
Yes.
And basically, Jake Sorensen just informed us that he got one wrong today.
Jake.
And so that's detrimental.
Okay.
Man, Rockies and do you have anybody?
The one that came to mind for me was a guy that I haven't thought of in a long time. I know he plays for the Rockies currently, and I seem to remember him with the Tigers, CJ Cron.
Okay, that's one that works. That would be acceptable.
Do we want to go with it?
Let's go CJ Cron.
CJ Cron? Yes, 40%.
That's a little disappointing though.
Okay.
We like smaller percentages.
We do.
Rockies and Cardinals. Obviously the main one is Nolan Arenado.
Yep.
I feel like
Dexter Fowler,
Austin Gomber. I believe I think hold on.
Who's is the official one? Yours or mine?
Well, I don't know. Yours would be official.
Okay.
I want to say I swear Austin Gomber pitched for the Cardinals. I'm going to be confident in it. I need to trust myself. This one's going to be a low percentage if we're correct on this one. He's a pitcher, Austin Gomber. We're good.
You got it? Okay.
It's good. 4%.
Nice. I'm going to go Dexter Fowler since that's what I said first.
Okay,
We
there
get
you
different
go.
Answers.
Rockies
5% for Dexter Fowler.
Okay,
so
there you
pretty
go.
Close.
Rockies and Yankees.
Too low.
Troy Tulowitzki. I'm trying to think of free agents that signed there.
DJ LeMahieu?
Yeah, that'd be a good. Okay, DJ LeMahieu. There we go. That's a good one. 44%, a little too high. Oh, how about this? Jake texted in. Jake texted in and said, I was proud that my choice for the Rockies Yankees box was only 0.9% picked, and for the Cardinals Braves at 6% picked.
Oh my gosh,
Jake, that's really good.
That's redemption, Jake.
Jake,
You missed one, but that's
you're
even better.
coming at you're. I know you're listening. Feel free to join us on the air here. So we were going to work with Atlanta, Detroit now.
Yes, let's go Atlanta, Detroit.
So, oh my goodness, these are tough after a while because here he comes. Good, Jake is here.
Hey, Jake.
Jake is here.
Hello.
Obviously, got 8 of 9 today. How are you feeling?
Well, disappointed. My very first guess was wrong. That's disappointing.
Oh no!
Did you guess on the Rockies Tigers?
No. I got that one. That was one I never got to.
Okay.
That one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The one I missed, the very first guess, I did Tigers 40+ home runs and got it wrong. I was very upset.
You didn't choose Miguel Cabrera, did you?
That was the correct answer. That was one of them.
Okay.
But I went with Prince Fielder. It's not him.
Oh yeah.
How did he
Prince never got 40 in Detroit?
Exactly. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to look this up now because
I
Prince
could not believe that.
definitely hit
Seriously?
40
with the Brewers, probably
yeah.
with Milwaukee, not with Detroit though.
Okay, so Prince in Detroit, only there for 2 seasons, hit 30 and 25.
Yeah, see? I figured he had
That's
more.
crazy.
That was my first guess. I was very upset I missed the first guess of the day.
Tough.
I have one for the Atlanta Braves and Detroit Tigers, Justin Upton.
Yes,
Aha.
that's good. That works.
I like
Justin
it.
Upton.
So have you
Not
done,
BJ,
have
Justin.
You done
No, not
have you
BJ.
done Yankees and Rockies yet?
Yes.
Can I say my 0.9% I got?
Do
Yes.
And I'm not sure why this name came to my head, but it did. It was Sean Chacon, pitcher. He was an ace for the Rockies for like a couple, a short time. Was like a number 4 guy for the Yankees. I'm not sure why that guy came to my head. That's why it was 0.9. But
yeah,
I'm pretty sure that Sean Chacon was both with the Yankees and Rockies, and I was right at 0.9%.
Well done.
Do you want the Braves Cardinals one or not?
Marcelo Zuna.
That one works. See that you're using that one? That
That's
does.
what I'm going to go with.
Okay, I'll tell you mine that I had. It had 6% on. So you get that?
Yeah.
Rafael for call.
Nice.
Oh, Rafa.
Yeah. That was everything else is big percentages. So I was just I was really proud of my 0.9%. Sean Chacon.
Well done.
And then for Cal, 6% is pretty good.
Yeah.
Who was the 4% you guys had? 4%er?
Austin Gomber. He's a pitcher.
That deserves to be 4%.
Do you know who he is?
No.
Austin Gomber?
No. Is he still around?
He's bad. He pitches right now. He signed like a 1-year, $1.3 million deal with the Rockies, and he pitches every
Relief
once
or
every
starter?
5 days. Starter.
So he's that's
He was a
cheap contract.
former relief pitcher. Austin Gomber, though, this year he's 29 years old. He is 6-7 this year with a 6.64 earned run average. In 17 starts.
Jordan Lyles is 1
Worse than that.
13 with a 7 ERA.
It wasn't even his fault last night.
No, it wasn't his fault.
For once.
He pitched okay. It was it Amir
He gave
Garrett?
up 1.
Was it
Yes.
Garrett last night?
Amir Garrett blew up.
Jeez.
The Royals are so bad. I'm so proud for Austin for wearing Royals gear like every day. It's like I'm proud of you, man.
Appreciate it. You're wearing royal blue.
I
You're
wore
not
a
on
Royal
stream,
shirt
but-
last night. Actually, I
Yeah?
went golfing on my little par 3 course. And I had a Royal shirt on. Not because I was proud of them, but because it was something to wear.
You probably hit the golf balls further than the Royals have hit baseballs all year.
Yeah, probably so. Even though it's a par 3 course.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, I was going to say I was disappointed that in my immaculate grid that I went with the most popular answers on all 3 of the 40+ home runs. I was like, come on.
Ooh.
Come on, Jake. Be better.
We still need the Yankees and Braves.
So
before we get to the 40 homers.
I will say I've been informed that Gomber was part of the Nolan Arenado trade.
Okay. All right.
So shout out to sources. So I'll give one for Braves and Cardinals. JD Drew.
That'd
forgot
be,
JD
that'd be
Drew
a
was a
low
Cardinal.
percentage.
That's
no,
gonna
he
be
started off with the St. Louis.
Yeah, and I
was
forgot that.
for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I gotta find
JD Drew. Great name drop. Went to
Nice.
the Red Sox as
I
well.
gotta put 3%
I was gonna say
for JD Drew.
because people would think with him Cardinals, Red Sox. They
Yep,
would not think
yep.
Braves. I
No.
forgot he's on the Braves. Honestly,
Yeah.
I forgot.
So
Hey, I was also my the one I had for Braves and Yankees. I was surprised it was the most commonly answered one. It was only 18% too.
Oh, really?
The one I got was
Yeah.
Josh Donaldson.
What was that percentage at?
14.
Okay. The one I had was 18. I was shocked it was 18 because I forget. I took a guess.
Mark
I know
Teixeira?
That's who I was going to say.
that works, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I said Andrew Jones, and he was
Yeah.
he was
he's
number
popular.
1. I said that's 18% the most. I couldn't believe that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What
because
percent was Teixeira?
Teixeira, so I haven't put him in yet.
Big Tex.
Big
Tex.
I'll put him in. I'll put him in there.
TEI.
IER.
7%.
That's good. Mark Teixeira.
Mark Teixeira, by the way, he made like waves back in 2020 in the COVID years because he was like one of them that wanted everybody to pitch, and then Blake Snell was like, "I'm not pitching," and it was like Blake Snell and Mark Teixeira ended up having beef, and Blake Snell went on to like his video games because he was streaming at the time and like called out Mark Teixeira, and then you never heard of Mark Teixeira again.
Oh, someone said David Justice for Braves.
David Justice would be a good one.
Also, never forget the early mid 2000s.
I mean,
we were going back and forth between Mark Teixeira and Adrian Gonzalez as the best first baseman.
Yeah. You could also for Atlanta and Yankees, you could do like Brian McCann.
That's a good one.
You could do Ken Griffey.
Wait.
Ken Griffey Senior.
Oh,
Senior,
yeah.
not junior, not junior. That's why I just said
Easy,
Ken Griffey.
Easy.
Ken Griffey Senior. Not Kenny Lofton.
Not Nick Lofton.
You're doing what now? Which team?
For Braves and Yankees.
Braves and Yanks.
It was
Braves
like Mark
and
Lofton or something like that, I believe. So anyway, okay, now the 40 home run season.
You should get these ones, but just try to not get the high percentage. I got like the most guessed one on on all three of them, and I guessed Prince Fielder first. I was so demoralized.
Did Hank Greenberg get 40 for the Tigers?
I would think so, but I think that's going to be. I think
Al
he did that
Kaline?
a couple of times. I don't think Al ever did.
Al Kaline? Of course he did. Are you kidding me?
I don't. Did he hit 40?
I would bet he did.
Do it on yours since mine's the official one.
No, I'm not. I have never gotten it.
I'm doing Hank Greenberg. I'm doing Hammer and Hank. Yeah,
Hank Greenberg.
5% for Hank Greenberg.
Nice.
That's not bad at all.
Come on, Nick. Do K-Line.
K-Line.
Don't
K-Line.
go with
I know
Do it
one.
for
I
Danny
know
Kaling.
one. I know one.
Nick
Cecil
Castellanos.
Fielder.
Okay.
Cecil. He played from 85 to 98.
Did he get it? Oh,
And he's in
Cecil.
there at night.
So
Cecil,
I go with
Cecil,
Prince,
excuse me.
and Prince is wrong, but his dad is
Yeah.
right. What an idiot I am.
19% chose Cecil Fielder. New York Yankees, that's easy with Judge.
Should we confirm if K-Line had 40 or not?
Yes, please do that.
Okay, hang on.
Nice phone case, by the way.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
Miami
phone case
Dolphins.
before.
Fins
Yeah,
up.
it looks like.
Fins up.
Who's an obscure-ish Yankee that would have hit 40? Did Granderson get 40 in his year with them?
Granderson.
Oh, Al Kaline never hit 40. The most he had. So he had
Thank
399 home runs, which is good.
Yeah.
But the most he ever had in the season was 29.
I'm going to go one because I have somewhat of a personal connection to him. Roger Maris.
Okay.
Roger Maris hit 40, over 4. He had to have. Played from 57 to 68, have a signature, and Roger Maris is good at 11%.
Mantle got 40, right?
Mantle got 40. Okay, so here's a couple. Giambi got 40. Curtis Granderson got 40.
Robbie Cano.
I don't think he ever did.
He was he won a home run derby.
I'm sure
and then went 0 for the next year at Kauffman Stadium, which is glorious.
Like Joe DiMaggio got 40. Lou Gehrig probably got 40. Reggie Jackson got 40.
Yogi Berra.
Yeah, Babe Ruth, obviously. Obviously Aaron Judge. Tino Martinez potentially got 40.
Hideki Matsui, maybe.
Yeah, so I that's 40 for the Yankees at least.
Bernie Williams.
Bernie. Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And then I'm going to move on to the Cardinals since we do probably need to hit a break here pretty quick.
I already got my Cardinals obscure 40 plus home runs.
Can I guess it?
Yep.
Jim Edmonds.
No, that is a good one though. That's a good one.
Okay.
I will go in. I'll tell you the percentage.
Are you going recently or
no? Not recently.
Same usual.
This guy
Sam
played.
Musial had to have gotten
This guy
40,
played
right?
from 1915 to 1937, and he is a 2%.
Yeah, I wouldn't get this.
Who's the guy that's on their wall out there? Yeah.
Who is it?
Red Schoendienst.
No, it is a Rogers Hornsby. Rogers
He had an S
Hornsby.
at the end of his name. Rogers. Rogers.
Yeah, he actually did. Rogers Hornsby.
I'm going to claim that one just since you threw it out there.
That's
just for
fine.
fun,
Yep,
so.
James and Lincoln got it correct. There's 9 out of 9, Austin.
Good job, team.
Maybe I just need to stick
Jake,
around.
you're an
till-
honorary 9 out of 9 member.
Well,
for your help
I
today.
got 8 out of 9 myself because I couldn't get Prince Fielder right on the first guess. I missed that. That's so painful.
It's demoralizing because then you could be perfect the rest of the way, and it's still not perfect.
It's like topping your first tee shot, like Nick did at Beatrice.
Yeah, I hate that.
years
That's
ago.
too sad.
Jacob, Chris on Twitter, thanks for playing. Everyone on the text line, thanks for playing. This might become a regular thing.
This might have to. Maybe it can be a spillover thing every day.
Crossover thing?
Or a crossover, not spillover. That's Jake's. Sorry.
Yeah.
Crossover thing every day at 1:55. We'll play it with because Strick and Rico would like to play it. I'm
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
So
Let's
we'll do
make that our thing.
All right. So that'll be our thing. Immaculate Grid every day of the week. We'll start it on Monday.
Excellent. Hour 2 on the block next.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at GarnerIndustries.com.
Hey, you got any gum?
Yeah, check my backpack.
What's this?
Oh, that's naloxone. It can reverse an opioid overdose. I decided to always keep it on me after my friend almost died. It saved his life.
I'm so sorry. That makes me want to have it with me too.
You totally should. Check the pharmacy. It was actually really easy to get and it's easy to use.
I definitely will. Thanks.
Paid for by the CDC, sponsored by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
The wait is almost over. The Guardians of Freedom Air Show is the hottest event in the area, coming to Lincoln's Air Park on Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th. Elevate your air show experience with tickets to the premium seating tent, padded seats, meals, and more for just $125. Premium tickets are going fast, so buy yours today. To purchase premium tickets and for more information, visit LincolnAirShow.com. We'll see you at the Guardians of Freedom Air Show in late August. When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club, or space club, and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? No, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Barn Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over. Monday nights or any night. Upside Barn Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and our big summer sales event is underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. 0.9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on select Silverados and Sierras. You put all that together with some big Coppell discounts, and you have a tremendous buying experience. So stop on into the dealership or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Guys, it's that time again. Another 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is starting on July 8th. I joined Farrell's a little over a year ago, and with their help, I've lost over 125 pounds and can confidently say I'm in the best shape of my life. The 10-week challenge combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching in a way that is approachable and achievable for any skill level. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the cost of enrollment. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 70th and Vine or 40th and Yankee Hill.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Showers and thunderstorms are expected to move through the region, especially for the first half of the day. And this afternoon, a high of around 75. Winds out of the south at 15. Partly cloudy tonight with a low of around 57. A mix of sun and clouds tomorrow. We will slowly warm things up with an afternoon high of 79. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Welcome to it. We are right back. Great time putting together the Immaculate Grid. Looking forward to doing that on the crossover at 1:45, 2 o'clock weekdays moving forward. I'm Austin Norman. He's Nick Sainert, hard at work on MLB Pickle now. We made some progress on that during the break. We'll get to that if we have any time. Got to thank Charles down at Mary Ellen's, 27th and Pine Lake. Great food, weekend lunch buffet open for you through the weekend. Make sure you go check that out. 402-464-5685. If you have any thoughts on what we're going to get into. A little bit of MLB to carry over from our Immaculate Grid 9 out of 9 performance. And then we'll talk some college football. Bill Connolly of ESPN put out his Big Ten West preview. I think that is more than worth going over. I love me some Bill Connolly, some SP Plus and numbers and such. But Nick, on the MLB front, we're coming up on, you got it? You got it.
We got it.
MLB Pickle.
Jake Sorensen, if you're listening, we got it. The MLB Pickle answer is Alex Cobb.
Alex Cobb.
So the
is
way
he with the Dodgers now?
He is with the Giants.
Giants. Okay.
The way I got there was because I went with I was thinking the Giants, and I thought about
Logan Webb.
Logan
He's
Webb.
too young.
He's 26 years old.
Yeah.
So then I thought about who else is on the Giants, just trying to eliminate teams.
Mm-hmm.
And Alex Cobb popped up at age 35 years old. There it is. MLB Pickle. How about that? Okay, sorry. We can go back.
Done.
We can go back to work now.
That's the real work.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We play games to work. Anyways, Major League Baseball All-Star break coming up next. I don't think we've talked a lot about this on these airwaves. Spencer Schwellenbach will be a part of All-Star the break. Not really a weekend, given that it takes place during the week. He's going to be in the Futures game as a pitcher for Gwinnett, the Stripers, I believe, in the Atlanta Braves organization. Becomes the fourth Husker to participate. You've heard of the other ones. Jamal Strong back in 2001, and then Alex Gordon and Jabba Chamberlain back-to-back years, 2006, 2007. All those guys made the majors after playing in the Futures game, but that's so awesome for Spencer Schwellenbach. Coming off his injury the next year to bounce back and to be named to the Futures game. What an honor, what an opportunity for him.
Yeah, I mean, we saw how valuable he can be as a two-way player, and now that in the majors and in the minors, I should say, in their developmental systems, they're strictly keeping him as a pitcher, and that's kind of where he was projected the entire time there. But now on Sunday, Austin, there's going to be a couple more Husker names called. And I was looking at this earlier. So Will Bolt's first year was 2020. Obviously, I believe they were playing Columbia when the season kind of got shut down.
Northern Colorado.
Thank you. They were playing Northern Colorado. They just got done with a series against Columbia because I went to the series against Columbia. But they were playing Northern Colorado. Season got shut down. Since Will Bolt has gotten here, and once again in that season, the draft got shrunk to 5 rounds, by the way. Nebraska has had 3 draft picks. Cam Wynn, I guess in 2021 or 2022, it got shrunk down to 5 rounds. 2021, they had Cam Wynn, Cade Povich, and Schwellenbach. Didn't have anybody drafted last year. And then now this year on Sunday, they're probably going to have 2, maybe 3 names called. And the state of Nebraska schools are going to have for sure 3, or excuse me, for sure 4. So I think what's interesting, so according to the latest mock drafts, I believe Sporting Journal had this one, or Sporting News. If you look at the Athletics' Keith Law, it seems like Wyatt Langford is going to go number 1 overall to the Pittsburgh Pirates from Florida, where the 2 LSU Tigers, Paul Skeens and Dylan Cruz, go 2nd and 3rd respectively. But then if you look at the Sporting News mock draft, it's Paul Skeens number 1 to the Pirates, Dylan Cruz number 2 to the Nationals, and Wyatt Langford number 3 to the Tigers. This is the first time. ESPN has too. This is the first time in the last couple of years where you don't know who's going first overall. You know it's one of 3 guys, but all 3 guys have a significant and serious case for why they should go number 1 overall.
And even the next 2 guys in Jenkins and Clark, the prep outfielders, also in other years would have a legit claim, but due to the backlog with COVID, the transfers and everything going on, there are 3 college guys that all have a legit claim to go number 1. And that's where I have been banging the drum for Dylan Cruz all season. Fantastic player. I just love what he is. But this is where Major League Baseball's draft is so unique in that you have signability concerns, right? Dylan Cruz is apparently demanding $10 million.
Yeah.
The slot for the first overall pick is, you can't get there.
Yeah,
you literally are not allowed to pay them that. 9.1.
9.7.
Or 9.7. Yeah. So you can't reach the 10 million. So he's just not going to sign with Pittsburgh. Either that's a huge bluff on his part, and Pittsburgh's going to have to call it, or he's making Pittsburgh move off of him because he doesn't want to play there. And that's where I think the MLB draft is fascinating to watch behind the scenes, right? It's not the NFL where you know 1-1. It's not NBA where you know 1-1. You have to factor in the draft pool money to that, because as great as Dylan Cruz is, there's not a huge difference between him and Langford. So if you can for sure lock up Langford, absolutely you go lock that guy up 1-1 if you can.
Well, and so that's what makes me wonder, though. It always makes me fascinated on the slot values, because we talk about that, where guys don't want to go to certain organizations. And in this case, if you're Dylan Cruz, I don't know why you wouldn't want to go to the Pittsburgh Pirates.
What have they done so wrong
to
recently?
take $300,000 less, right? And the reason I say that, so I think the Pirates, I was reading an article yesterday from MLB.com. Pirates have the 5th best farm system in baseball. They just had the first overall pick 2 or 3 years ago in Henry Davis, the catcher from Louisville. And the Washington Nationals, who are 2nd overall, have, I think, another top 10 farm system in all of baseball. And so the possibility of you dropping to 3rd to the Detroit Tigers, who have a significantly worse farm system in all of baseball, don't crack the top 10, barely crack the top 15, which at that point, you don't know who you're going to hit on. It's really, in farm systems in baseball, it feels like the top 5 teams are like, these guys have 2 or 3 or 4 really good prospects. And then after that, it's a bunch of guys that you kind of hope hit, right? There's very few teams that are like the Baltimore Orioles, where you've had Gunnar Henderson, you'll have Jackson Holiday, Adley Rutschman. You had, you had plenty of well-known guys. It very seldom happens that way.
Right.
And so if you're Dylan Cruz in this case, I think the guy or the team that you would least want to go to out of those top 3 would be the Detroit Tigers. And with that understanding is that if you go to the Detroit Tigers, they can't pay you what the 1 or 2 picks can. So why would you ever want to go or try to bluff the Washington Nationals at number 2 or the Pittsburgh Pirates at number 1?
The only thing I can think is that he just, for some reason, has some vendetta against Pittsburgh. Maybe he doesn't like playing in yellow. And
maybe
the Nats' top two on their board are Skeens and Cruz.
Yep.
It's Cruz and Skeens. So at this point, you're banking on Washington taking you so you don't go to Detroit. But if they're just as high on you as they are your teammate, or vice versa, do you want to leave it up to that coin flip?
Yeah.
I wouldn't, because what's Washington's type? Washington's type is Steven Strasburg.
Which is exactly what Paul Skeens can give you. Exactly what Paul Skeens can give you. The only way, and this is where I would say the only way that Washington doesn't take Paul Skeens is if he goes number 1.
Well, yeah, they get their choice of either Skeens or Cruz.
Yeah.
At least one of them, if not both.
Yeah. So I think what's interesting, Wyatt Langford had a really good College World Series, which definitely boosted his draft stock, I think. I mean, it significantly. Obviously, there's a lot of work prior to just a 12-day tournament that goes into being a top 3 pick in the Major League Baseball draft. But like as Austin alluded to, for the Washington Nationals, they're hoping that they get a Steven Strasburg that doesn't endure significant injury year after year. And Paul Skeens hopefully can be that guy for them. Now, I wonder if you are that number 1 team, and you're the Pittsburgh Pirates in this case with the number 1 overall pick, and the MLB draft, by the way, is on Sunday night. How do you handle it? Do you just take Dylan Cruz and say, listen, man, if you can't put your ego aside for $300,000 when you're going to be probably the best prospect in our organization from day one, you're going to be as highly coveted and so excited to make the jump from not only rookie ball, but then to AA, then to AAA, maybe go straight from AA to the majors if you're in that situation. And also, there's a pretty good young core in Ke'Bryan Hayes and O'Neal Cruz waiting for you in the majors whenever you get there.
What are you going to do? Go back to college?
Exactly. So I just have it. I find it really tough to believe that if you're Wyatt Langford, you're saying, all right, man, go ahead and try to bluff them. I'll go number 1 to the Pittsburgh Pirates, who have the 4th best system in all of baseball, farm system that is, in terms of prospects, and say, you know what, I'll just kind of find my role here. And once it's my time, I'll join O'Neal Cruz, Ke'Bryan Hayes, Henry Davis will probably be there at that point, and we'll just do this thing for the Pittsburgh Pirates in a very weak division that is the NL Central.
That's my next question for you. Just very briefly here before we get to some Big Ten West talk. You mentioned Wyatt Langford's run at the College World Series. I am a huge proponent of holding the draft in Omaha
I agree.
during the College World Series, because yes, guys can play their way up in the College World Series, but what do you trust more? This maybe, 12-day sample size or, 3.5 plus high school seasons before that of college work. So my thought is, why not just hold it on the Friday off day?
I completely agree. I also, I've said this before, especially during CWS time, that there's something exciting and thrilling about being able to go watch a baseball game and knowing that, hey, this guy just got drafted by the Tigers, or this guy just got picked number 1 overall. You had the 3 best players, the top 3 picks of this year's draft playing in Omaha. You had 5 of the top 12 projected picks playing in Omaha, I believe, if I remember correctly. There was some incredible talent in Omaha this year for the College World Series that, frankly, MLB or the College World Series did not capitalize on, because you could have easily held the draft there the day before the College World Series started, 2 days before, just like they hold the dinner or whatever they do, the events, the opening ceremonies where everybody goes to a dinner. You can have that Major League Baseball draft there, and you'll have fan engagement from the teams that travel, right? And even if you don't, you could use that as an advertised event to where, hey, travel to the College World Series one night earlier and you get to go to the MLB draft. You stay at the team hotel. You spend $1,000 a night for a hotel, like it was where LSU and Wake Forest were staying right next to our Blur tailgate parties. If you spend $1,000, you renting a hotel room for the entire College World Series, you get to attend the MLB draft for free. Little incentives like that will not only allow fans and the younger generation that goes to the College World Series attend an event like the Major League Baseball draft. It also allows exposure for college baseball on the national stage, and it could potentially grow Major League Baseball, because guess what? As a younger person, you could sit there and say, oh, I just watched him on TV last night get drafted number 1 overall. Now tonight, my dad's taking me to the game at 7 p.m. where we get to watch him in person. there's that ability there. Instead, we're waiting here 2-3 weeks after it's over saying, all right, all right, well, I did see Paul Skeens, but I didn't know what team he was going to at that time. I think there's added value in that, especially.
So obviously you and I are on the same page. There's a lot more pros than cons, but the cons that came to mind really quickly for maybe why they don't do it is because it's already a lot playing in the biggest tournament of your life to this point.
Absolutely.
To add, I'm sure, final interviews, maybe a physical. Teams would want to work out you couldn't really do. I don't know if they're allowed to be at the CWS practices to watch. So I think it would make the scouting a little harder to do. It would make the span that they're in Omaha that much more stressful if they have interviews to do, in the morning before a game or in the afternoon after they play, the 11 o'clock game, something like that. To find the right time and the right space, because I think it'd be cool to see him walk up to home plate to be drafted.
Yeah,
to shake Rob Manfred's hand. How does that work with the grounds crew? But when you add on the added TV coverage, the added value of just that pop, I think there's so much good that could go into it for Omaha, for the media partners, for the players.
Well, and real quickly here, unnamed texter says Major League Baseball wouldn't want the draft before the College World Series, maybe right after. And I understand that, but they also did it for how long? A couple years ago, where it was, Dansby Swanson got drafted #1 overall during the Super Regional while he was playing a game.
Right.
And then it was Tim Corbin telling him after the game, hey man, guess what? You just got drafted #1 overall. And that made me want to go to the College World Series to watch Dansby Swanson play. I wanted to go to the College World Series to watch Nick Madrigal play for the Orioles, for the Oregon State Beavers. I wanted to watch Adley Rutschman, right? It's the reason why, because I knew that those guys were going to, not that they were, it was a question of whether or not they got drafted. It was just this like finite and specific answer to where their future is lying.
There's a difference between watching a really good college player and watching someone that you can say, hey, I watched the #2 pick in the draft.
Yes.
Hey, I watched this guy that just went 1-1.
In a much more intimate setting than you can find in a Major League Baseball stadium. I want to make that very clear. I think a lot of it's about intimacy, and there's some ability there at TD Ameritrade Park. And as these guys are just walking down the street, when I was there after the 7 p.m. game between LSU and Wake Forest, there were LSU and Wake Forest players just walking down the sidewalk to their hotel. There's an intimate factor to where guys are able to ask for autographs. Kids are able to ask for autographs, take
Zach
pictures.
Campbell can catch their home run.
Right.
Wait.
Yeah, exactly. Where you don't get that in Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball, it's pull the bus down underneath into the parking garage, enter through a back door. You never see him after the field. There's just an intimate level that is available to fans, especially the younger generation, at college baseball games rather than professional.
Absolutely. Could not agree more. Let's take a pause and talk some Big Ten West football. Bill Connolly's preview is out on ESPN. Plus, he goes through the Big Ten West. Nick and I will dive into that next.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start electrical career today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and our big summer sales event is underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. 0.9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on select Silverados and Sierras. You put all that together with some big Koppel discounts, and you have a tremendous buying experience. So stop on into the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
The Nebraska Lottery presents one beautiful crazy scratch ticket and promotion. It's the $5 Living Lucky with Luke Combs scratch ticket with a $50,000 top prize. Enter non-winning Luke Combs scratch tickets for an opportunity to win a trip to Nashville, a private concert with Luke at the Ryman Auditorium, and a chance at $500,000. The Living Lucky with Luke Combs concert experience will hit you like a hurricane. Details at nelottery.com. Living Lucky with Luke Combs scratch ticket top prize odds 1 in 128,000.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Showers and thunderstorms are expected to move through the region, especially for the first half of the day. And this afternoon, a high of around 75. Winds out of the south at 15. Partly cloudy tonight with a low of around 57. A mix of sun and clouds tomorrow. We will slowly warm things up with an afternoon high of 79. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright, 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Guys, it's that time again. Another 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is starting on July 8th. I joined Farrell's a little over a year ago, and with their help, I've lost over 125 pounds and can confidently say I'm in the best shape of my life. The 10-week challenge combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching in a way that is approachable and achievable for any skill level. And to listeners, you can get $150 off the cost of enrollment. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 70th and Vine or 40th and Yankee Hill.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back in the future. Starter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. StarterHeyman.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ic.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You'll also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Our career page at garnerindustries.com.
Your home is your empire with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Hey, you got any gum?
Yeah, check my backpack.
What's this?
Oh, that's naloxone. It can reverse an opioid overdose. I decided to always keep it on me after my friend almost died. It saved his life.
I'm so sorry. I want to have it with me too.
You totally should. Check the pharmacy. It was actually really easy to get and it's easy to use.
I definitely will. Thanks.
Paid for by the CDC. Sponsored by Nebraska HHS, aired the Nebraska Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Whether you're looking for a new place to call home or trying to sell your current home, you want to make it as easy as possible. So why not use a realtor that works harder so you don't have to? The Carpe Diem team at Nebraska Realty is your go-to realty team for all your residential and commercial needs. They pride themselves on working hard and making your life as easy as possible while educating you every step of the way. Contact the Carpe Diem team to seize your moment, whether it be buying, selling, building, investing, or even commercial real estate. Give them a call today at 402-429-8121.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're here on the block. Austin Orman, Nick Sainer with you. And in just a second, I believe have Eric Strickland getting logged in, getting ready to go here on the show. Appreciate Strick for tapping in from out in Las Vegas, Nevada. Eric Strickland, welcome to your program on the block. How are you today? Look at that.
This right here is absolutely amazing atmosphere. Fans are wild and enjoying themselves. Legends are in the building. I'm talking about, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's boxing legends, it's UFC legends, Glover Teixeira, Jose Aldo. I mean, shaking hands, rubbing shoulders and elbows with them right next to you, taking pictures. Freddie Roach, legendary boxing coach. I mean, listen, it's been a phenomenal day. Joanna Jovchasik, I keep forgetting how to pronounce her last name, but former UFC champion, and I mean they're all in the building. Kamaru Usman walks by. Yeah, man, I could keep going on. Oh, and the legendary Bruce Buffer in the building, like literally right there. You know, nice. you're right there on it, man. And you know, DP's doing a wonderful job with Rico, just tapping in, getting interviews. They've got upwards of 8-10 guys, you know, come by and sit down and chop it up. So it's been good.
You're a pro. You've been around the block. You know what that's like. It's Rico's first time out there. How's he handling himself? You doing okay?
Rico's handling it pretty well, man. He's it was kind of crazy. So we're standing there and you know, kind of a tall guy walks by and I'm looking at him, I'm like, is that Evan Turner? And I look at Rico and Rico's like, dang, it kind of looks like him. And so he walks by, he comes back, we're chopping it up for a second, and he kind of gets kind of half giddy. And so there was some few giddy moments, you know, that he had on certain people. But other than that, man, he's handling himself like a consummate professional.
That's awesome. So you're at UFC this morning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just got back. They're still over there. They'll probably be over there for, you know, I think they're about to pull over Henry Cejudo. I think he was close to, they were about to do him. And I think Glover Teixeira was about to come sit down with him too. Yeah, we had a few people that came by and chopped it up. You know, I think, oh gosh, he's from Nebraska, Smith.
Dober?
But Dober was there. Anthony Smith. Yeah, he's supposed to come through and but Dober was there and we got to sit down and get a chance to talk to him. So it's good to see some Nebraska folks in the house as well.
Were you present for the Victor Wembanyama Britney Spears incident last night?
Nah, that I wasn't present, but we definitely heard about it. I mean, it hit the wire pretty quickly. It's unfortunate, but you gotta. I think about the security guy, and it wasn't something he doesn't know. You know what I'm saying? He just sees somebody kind of popping up behind, you know, their star player's back, and you know, is trying to get his attention, and so he actually kind of waved at her, and unfortunately, kind of hit her as he was doing that as well. So, but it didn't seem like it was purposeful. He didn't seem like he was doing it on purpose. Just one of those things that was an unfortunate kind of being in the wrong place with your head at the wrong time.
So Stricky, anyway, just an added detail to that. It came out that Brittany inadvertently hit herself in the face with her hand. And so no charges are going to be filed on anything for anybody because it seems like it was an inadvertent little self hit in the face by Britney Spears. One thing I will say though is, and this is a question obviously for you, when you are a player now of Victor's status, and obviously people have known about Victor for a couple of months now, maybe even a year, and just how much of a high profile guy he's going to be. How much has that changed overnight now? And how much does this illustrate it? Where you're going to have not only stars, but also just common people coming up to you, trying to get a picture, and how important it is that you have your head on straight every single moment that you're out in public.
Absolutely. And listen, let's be honest. I want to say it was better that this happened early than later. right?
Yeah.
Because now there's conversations that can be had. There's things that can be discussed between his team, his security people, himself, how to handle them. What are they going to do when these types of situations happen? These real, like, you can talk about it, you can prepare for it, you could have seminars about it and all of that, but at the end of the day, until it actually happens, then you can start to understand kind of how that's going to work out. There's a balance between availability and also handling business. And like I can remember a time where I think we were playing in LA. We were playing the Lakers, and I think it was me, Steve Nash, and Dirk Nowitzki, and Mike Finley. We were out having dinner, and you understand that. Now, just imagine, this was back then, so it wasn't like it is now with social media age. Yes, people know who you are and stuff like that, but it wasn't as crazy as it is. So, just sitting there having dinner, and you just have a group of people just consistently come up. The issue is, if you do one, you end up having to do 21, or 31. So it's kind of finding that fine line between that balance of when, timing, how much, setting the boundaries on, what you're going to do. Those discussions have to be had. And I think that's where he's at now. When you look at Victor Wembanyama, these discussions can be had. And so you have to decide on, are you going to take it? Are you not? Same thing happened sitting next to Dion when we used to go and watch little Dion Jr. play at SMU. He knew that if he signed one of them, people were watching, that Dion would not be able to sign. He would be more signing than watching the game of his son play. So he is a mature, professional at that point, had learned those lessons and was able to handle it quite well.
That's just an incredible, level that, some of us will never fathom. The other part I think is interesting, Strick, with you being around the NBA in all your capacities like you have, was that this was a Spurs security guy. Is it normal to be team security versus like personal security? Does it make sense that it was Spurs guys, not Victor's own people?
Well, he doesn't have that right now, right? There will be a time when he has that. Right now, the Spurs are doing that on his behalf to, protect him, knowing that he's not only a valuable asset to the team, but also just to make sure situations. Because listen, you got to understand, he comes from a different culture, right? He's never lived here, not that I know of. If I'm wrong, help me, correct me. I don't think he's ever lived in He may have been here, but I don't think he's ever lived here. So it's different. It's a different culture. So I think they're kind of using their own people to kind of mitigate some of these situations and circumstances on his behalf until he can get acclimated, get in, understand a little bit more about the culture. Then he can decide if he wants to hire his own security. But until that point, they'll probably have somebody around him.
What are your expectations for him at Summer League? Do you expect him to dominate? Do you expect him to get his feet wet? How do the Spurs use their number 1 overall draft pick in Vegas?
Well, what I'm worried about, well, first of all, he's not going to be overused. He's just going to, it's going to be kind of like dipping your feet in the jacuzzi, right? He's not going to totally be submerged in it for, hour, half hour, just sitting in the jacuzzi, chopping it up, having a Corona or whatever. He's not going to be doing that. But he's going to dip his foot in there. They're probably, maybe get a couple 20 minutes or something like that. Because I know what they don't want to happen is they don't want to have a Chet Holmgren type of situation, or even a Zion Williams type of situation, where you come in and you end up getting hurt, in some form or fashion while you're trying to showcase yourself.
Anything else you're looking forward to at Summer League? Because that's on tap tonight for you, right?
Yeah, we'll go up there this evening. I think they play at 6:00 here. And I'll probably shoot over there, kind of get recharged up over here with the battery life and stuff like that. That's what happens when you don't bring your battery pack. You gotta come recharge. Because you can't take our backpacks in there and stuff like that. For that, we don't have the media credentials for the Summer League. So I'll just be chopping it up with people, is go in there, maybe get a chance to talk to some executives, kind of get a feel for some of the stuff that they're looking at now. What I think they'll be looking at is trying to find a diamond. This is where diamonds are found. Now, again, a lot of the stuff that, if you're a young player and your agent's teaching you and coaching you right, they're going to tell you that understand that you're not playing for this team. unless you're signed to a two-way deal or you're signed to a deal, a G League where you go back and forth, then you're playing for 32. So you got to be in that mode, in that mind frame that you've got to play the game the right way. I saw in some of the other summer leagues, like in Sacramento as well as in Salt Lake, you see stat sheets and you see box scores of certain guys that are 1 for 9, 1 for 10. That's just putting pressure on yourself. That's really all that is. It's kind of like you're trying to make something happen instead of allowing stuff. You got to come in the summer league just saying, you know what, I've got to allow things to flow. I got to allow things to happen, because they're not looking at you for you to be a star. And that's what sometimes you get caught up in, trying to be the star of the moment. And really that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for how you can fit in.
All right, Stricky, I got a last one before we go ahead and head to break here, but put a little Nebraska flavor into it. Bryce McGowan, there's a good number of Nebraska guys, I will say, representing Summer League. The most interesting for me, obviously, though, is Bryce McGowan. He just signed a 4-year deal with the Hornets for a little over $7 million. But you look at this Hornets roster, obviously they have the change in ownership going on currently as Michael Jordan sells the team. But Bryce McGowan's, what are the expectations, and what does a role like Bryce play now in Summer League as a guy that was on a 2-way deal last year, then got now a 4-year extension, and they just had the number 2 overall pick in Brandon Miller join their team, who's going to be there in Vegas with him. What's the role that Bryce McGowan's plays, and I guess expectations for the second year of Bryce McGowan's in the NBA?
Well, one of the things that I saw when I got a chance to see him playing in Sacramento, it looked like that they were playing him with a lot of ball handling responsibilities, even at some point guard situations where I was actually pretty surprised. I think if he can figure that part of it out, it'll give him a lot of versatility and the ability to kind of find his way in situations on the floor. Guys get hurt. I'm going to be honest with you. Terry Rozier, he can play it, but he's more of a scoring mentality type of guy. I think if Bryce McGowan can figure it out, how to kind of balance those situations as being both a shooting and also a point guard type of, he'll create more versatility for himself and allow himself to be able to see more floor time. Do
you think Bryce has that ability and we just didn't see it at Nebraska? Do you think he played the role he was asked to at Nebraska, or do you think this is going to be kind of a learning on the job thing in the NBA for him?
I mean, I really think it's a learning on the job thing. I mean, nothing can really prepare you for it, to include myself. Hopefully he's got good mentors. This is where mentorship is important. This is where certain guys that are like Kyle Lowry's and guys like him in the NBA, as they get into veteran time, they can teach young guys or help them to understand the position in the game. I was very fortunate to have a good one in Derek Harper. You know, if it wasn't, I'm going to be honest, if it wasn't for Derek Harper, I would have been walking blindly in the dark. And so that's a need. And I don't think Bryce is there yet, but I think they want to probe it a little bit and kind of get an idea as to what his capabilities are. They got their butts handed to them, though. They got drugged, curb stomped in that game. But at the same time, I think they were just trying to feel it out, learn a little bit, and see what combinations and what guys can do what.
Strix in Vegas, Nick and I in Lincoln. You are on the block. We are back after this.
Guys, it's that time again. Another 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is starting on July 8th. I joined Farrell's a little over a year ago, and with their help, I've lost over 125 pounds and can confidently say I'm in the best shape of my life. The 10-week challenge combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition, achievable for any skill level. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the cost of enrollment. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 70th and Vine or 40th in Yankee Hill. The wait is almost over. The Guardians of Freedom Air Show is the hottest event in the area. Coming to Lincoln's Air Park on Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th. Elevate your air show experience with tickets to the premium seating tent, padded seats, meals, and more for just $125. Premium tickets are going fast, so buy yours today. To purchase premium tickets and for more information, visit LincolnAirShow.com. We'll see you at the Guardians of Freedom Air Show in late August.
Load up on meat and more this summer at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through July 11th are flat iron steaks for just $12.99 per pound, a $2 discount per pound from normal price. Plus, big news, they have 2 new locations opening soon at 27th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha, with soft openings in mid-July. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Hey, CNC machinists. Do you feel you're in a dead-end job with boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC Garner Industries who work in a controlled and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club or space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? No, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Whether you're looking for a new place to call home or trying to sell your current home, you want to make it as easy as possible. So why not use a realtor that works harder so you don't have to? The Carpe Diem team at Nebraska Realty is your go-to realty team for all your residential and commercial needs. They pride themselves on working hard and making your life as easy as possible while educating you every step of the way. Contact the Carpe Diem team to seize your moment, whether it be buying, selling, building, investing, or even commercial real estate. Give them a call today at 402-429-8121.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for fireworks Fridays, souvenir Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weeks can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL Weather. Sponsor John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Showers and thunderstorms are expected to move through the region, especially for the first half of the day. Then this afternoon, a high of around 75. Winds out of the south at 15. Partly cloudy tonight with a low of around 57. A mix of sun and clouds tomorrow. We will slowly warm things up with an afternoon high of 79. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is On the Block.
It's On the Block. And
I'm
Nick
just going to
is on
step
the
out of the
chopping
way.
block.
Hi, Jay. Welcome to the show.
I got to turn my earphone. I got to hear myself. You know what, man?
My headphones are cutting in and out. That's right.
You know, I'm going to tell you people, man, there's just some people in this world, when they get a little bit of success, they forget where they came from. They're hard to get a hold of, and then they just forget you. See, here's the deal. Nick came in. He was the producer, Austin, way before you came in. He was real green. Mm-hmm. You know, I was always sticking up for Nick. DP was just on him. Sitting him home with like 2 pages of homework on the weekend. Listen to this.
That's
song.
true.
Watch
That's true.
I was like, man, just do. And I said, you know what? Let me step in. Just do a little bit at a time. Then he started making improvement. And then we had a breakthrough one day.
A breakthrough. We like that.
What was our breakthrough?
He was in your seat. He had something to do. And he's like, you know what? I need a haircut. I said, you know what? You are at the level. You're not the Jedi Knight. Okay. You were pre-Yoda training, you know, in Empire Strikes Back. But I said, you know what? Go over to Burst Barbershop, and I'm gonna call over to make sure they take care of you.
So we moved from undiscovered to Padawan.
That is not true. That is not.
Now listen here.
That's not true.
If you've ever seen the Instagrams or TikToks when they talk about a guy goes into the barbershop, and then when he comes out and he got their haircut, and he's got super swag on 1,000. That's him. That's Nick. And then here's also another thing is, right? He's taking it without showing their respect. Okay. Now here's what's been told to me. Because I was talking, I said, you know what, man? I think Nick is, you know, they're like, is Nick gonna stay in Austin? You know, because DP's gone or whatever. I was like, I think so. I hope Nick stays. I haven't seen him in, you know, I haven't been on the radio in a while. They were like, probably not. You know, Nick doesn't even mention your name anymore since he's with AD and Rap. And then they said like this, well, they always tagging each other. They're like the new bros. Nick just forgot about you. Okay.
I do see that on Twitter.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
All the time. Just smiling, cheesing, call him. I'll call you back. 12 o'clock, 2, 3, 4 o'clock.
Time out.
Okay.
See, it's funny that you mentioned this.
You know,
it's funny that you mentioned this, Jay.
I look, man, I'm just saying right now is we going to have it. And let me tell you something, man. I've had to have these come to Jesuses with people before.
Jay.
With Darren Erstad, I had to have one. I did.
With your punter.
Yeah. I don't even consider him a punter. He's a phenomenal athlete.
Okay. Darren, sorry, Darren. No disrespect.
Because I didn't know Darren was the number one baseball player. Mm-hmm. And literally was at a house party with him. And I was like, dude, I read the Daily Nebraska. You got drafted number one in baseball. And I was like, awesome. Why didn't you tell me? He's like, I don't know. We walked around the jocks together. You ain't gonna tell me that you number one. You play baseball? Because I'd heard he's good at baseball. I was like, oh, he's just a dude that just, you know, he's just playing around. I mean, it's baseball. You know, it's kind of like, you know, back then, yeah. Before Tiger Woods, oh, he plays golf. Well, he plays baseball. I was like, dang, you really that good? Well, now Darren's the head coach at this time. He's head coach at Nebraska. I think his California number or something. So when he got there, he had a new number, and I've been texting him. Hey man, good win. Nothing. Hey man, good win. So we're watching a Husker game, and I think it was one of the ones like when Mike Riley's defense, you know, every offensive player was an offensive player of the week, like for like 5 weeks in a row. And we're drinking a little bit, or at least I'll say I was. I don't want to tell you anybody, Darren. And he was sitting over there, and if you know Darren, he's a little intense, and he's looking at me, and he kind of looked at each other like, "Hey man, we got some beef," and I was like, "Yeah." I was like, yeah. Man, I've been texting you for like 2 years and I ain't got no call back. And he looked at it and he didn't believe me. And I brought up the text. He was like, man, you ain't got my new number. I said, well, that's even worse, Nick. That's Nick.
No. See, Austin,
that's Nick right there.
I wish I could post
screen share.
I wish I could post the timestamps of our text messages, Jay, because you would see that Jay texted me at 9:31 a.m. and I texted him back at 9:31 a.m. And then Jay, to his credit, texted me at 9:32. I text him back at 9:32. There's receipts. I'm like Robert Saleh. I keep receipts. All right.
You gotta shave your head, dude.
I keep receipts. Then
So
on
like-
an entirely different day, Jay texted me at 8:33. I texted him at 8:36. He texted me. He waits a whole 10 minutes to text me back. I waited a whole 1 minute to text him back after that. I'm just saying, before you throw me under the bus,
I'm just saying, Nick.
I don't know who you're talking to.
The streets are talking.
You were not the one to tell me to go to Burke's Barbershop.
Yes, I did.
No,
I got
you were
the
not.
VIP cut.
No,
Nick.
you were not.
Smooth. I
sorry.
called Corey Burks, who I've been knowing since he was knee high to a grasshopper. I said, my boy's coming over. Hook him up.
Well, shout out to Mike, my barber at Burke's. He gets me right every other week. Every other week I go in there.
Because we have receipts. We have it where you said, hey, I'm not sure. I said, give it time.
Yeah.
The swag cut hasn't got into your veins yet.
Yeah, the straight edge razor definitely helps out.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Jay, it is good to see you.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure. I'm usually gone, though, by the time you do your show.
Hey, just
not my help.
like
It's not my
Jake, just like you, just like Rico. It's almost like I'm homeboy from The Wire when he starts coming. Like I start coming around in the corner. You guys got like a little call. Hoo-dee-hoo, here comes Jay Foreman.
Everybody get out. Everybody get away. Get
Hey,
away.
what's up?
I don't know what to tell you, Jay. There's nothing against you.
All right. I just wanted to make sure.
No,
man.
no.
I mean, you're always good for a good debate, but I definitely.
You want me to get out of here?
No, you staying whether you like it or not. I'm just letting you know you staying.
We will get out of here. We'll get out of here for old school. Yeah, glad you're sticking around, Nick. And
Yeah, I
I'm
guess
glad
I
we're
am too.
glad we're able to work through this at the end of On the Block.
Is this
We
because I
go into
parked in
old
your
school
spot
with
that
no
one
issues-
time?
No issues.
Gotcha.
That's where it stemmed from.
That's where it all started.
Yeah,
I
and I'm
parked in
holding
his
a
parking
grudge.
spot.
And you did it on purpose, though.
I did not.
Yes.
I didn't know you had a parking spot.
Because you left and came back, and I had already informed everybody in here of what the deal was, and you did it on purpose. And you know who dimed you out?
Who?
The short little mini-me man that's in Vegas, Rico.
Well, why is he not here? See,
You know what?
he runs from everything.
That's $1 million question. I have no idea what Rico's doing in Vegas. I already said it yesterday. DP and Strick, you guys, you sitting in the middle seat when we go to Indianapolis. You two, I'm changing your reservation.
This has been
Jay gets the aisle.
This has been On the Block. Stay with us. We have either old school or more 93.7 The Ticket family counseling. We'll do that next.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road. Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Gina Trucking is hiring C, A, and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round. And strong team culture makes not a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, 401k with a match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits